Make sure that you get the correct Berryman's. It says throttle body cleaner on it, and the correct Seafoam, which is a top engine cleaner. Those are both critical to get the correct fluid so you don't damage anything in the motor. Okay, so we're going to do an intake clean on a 2002 Honda Accord with a 4-cylinder in it. Where the air goes into the motor is on the back side where the firewall is, so it's a little hard to get a picture of it. But we'll go ahead and show you how to get there and do the cleaning. To do the cleaning, we're going to use a chemical. It's called Berryman's. We've already had a quick slide on that to show you which one. It's got to be the throttle body cleaner, so that it doesn't do any damage to the late model airflow sensors. We're going to use a toothbrush. We're going to brush its teeth, and of course we're going to use a rag. And of course we're going to have some kind of gloves on, and we're going to have safety glasses on. Okay, so we're just going to take this rag and we're going to shoot a little bit of Berryman's on it. We're also going to shoot a little in the intake. Now this is a manual throttle body, which means that I can reach over and grab the linkage here and actually open the throttle and close the throttle so that the plate turns, and it makes it easier to get to. We do not want to put tons of liquid down inside there. It'll fill up the intake manifold and make it very hard to start. So let's take and do a little bit of clean here. And see, we're already picking some stuff up. So I'm going to open and do a little cleany. And we're getting some more out of it. And we'll go back in a second here. I'm going to shoot some more in it. I'm going to take the toothbrush and open the throttle. And I brush the back side and the front side of the throttle plate. We're going to clean the bore area where the throttle plate seals off. You can see there the brush is pretty nasty. Shoot a little bit more Berryman's in there. Yeah, see the rag starting to come up with some more stuff. And then make sure the bore is nice and clean. And that should take care of that. Alrighty, so we went and cleaned pretty good on the throttle plates. They weren't super ugly, but seen better, seen worse. We have attached the can to the hose, and it doesn't fit this particular system. I don't like the way this works. It falls out really easily. And stick it back in here and pray that it stays. Okay, and then we're going to raise the RPM up. The instructions are to hold it at 2,000 RPM. Now, you can have an able-bodied assistant do that, get in the car and hold it up. In this case, since it is a mechanical throttle body, we can just raise the RPM up with your hand and hold it. And you hold it there through the entire can. The use of the can takes about 7 minutes for the can to empty out. And the idea is don't let the motor stall. Keep the motor running. If you have to back off on the fluid, back off on the fluid. If you have to raise the RPM up, that's okay too. So here we go. We're going to grab a hold of the linkage down here. Pull the can, squeeze the can. Hear the motor change. I increase the RPM because it started to stumble a little bit. You can also start to smell a little funny coming out the tailpipe. And we're just going to hold it like this until the can's empty. Okay, now this particular one does not have a mass airflow sensor up in the tube, so you can also just bring the RPM up here and spray it in. Okay, now the next thing they say is to shut it off and let it sit in the motor for 10 minutes. So I'm going to shut the motor off. Okay, our 10 minutes is over. We're going to put the air intake system back together on it. We're going to snap this back down, get the air cleaner back on. We're going to tighten our clamp down. We're going to put our hose back on. Two. Okay, so we're going to start her up. I'm going to open the throttle slightly just in case it's flooded in there with fluid. Okay, you notice that it wanted to dip down and hardly idle. When you do this clean, a lot of the time you have to do an idle relearn on it. There's a couple of ways of doing that. One way is just go ahead and let this idle for about 5 minutes and it'll relearn itself. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in gear and see if it wants to stall. That seems to be all right. I'm going to turn the AC on. Make sure it idles with the AC on. Bump the throttle, see if it wants to stall. If everything seems to be good, I'll clear the check engine light on the thing that was set when we were doing the cleaning, and this should be good to go. And that's all there is to it. Thanks a lot.